You know what? Let's go see what this one's all about. We'll cut around to the other side of the Terminator so we can get an actual look at the colors of this planet before making a final decision. Hello everyone, Thoranx is here, and welcome back to No Man's Sky, episode 305, where we're gonna take ourselves over to another planet in this system before we leave. I thought about warping straight out to go to a new system, however, there was a planet here that I was actually a little intrigued about. Was it this? No. I wanted to visit the extreme desert planet. And I believe that's this one here. We'll get going a little bit to where our scan opens up. But I'm pretty sure, yes. Desert planet with activated copper. It's a bit of a jump, a pulse jump, which increases the odds that we might get ourselves a space encounter, so that's good. But there are certain things I find that I like about planets, and the longer I play this game, the more I start to understand what I'm intrigued by. And extreme desert planets are really cool for some reason. I don't know. I like that they switch back from hot and extreme cold. Storm crystals are always a good thing. There's no water on the planet though, so it's like a true desert planet. It's about 30 seconds of pulsing. No anomaly yet. We'll just leave it in... Oh! That's not what I meant to do. Why did it default to that? No, we're not warping. I reject these terms. Take me back to my ship. I suppose one location is just as good as any other. But we have... Oh, with the asteroids. There we go. We have the shot with the rings here. No, I kind of want an image from... just straight behind the craft. No, we need a little bit of perspective. It's not catching enough of the rings. Okay, alright. It looks like a, what? A teal sky, a teal atmosphere? So, pretty natural. Likely breathable, maybe? No. It is... it's hard to tell. There's a lot of hot particulate in the air. Alright, let's continue our descent and prep for planetary analysis. I have no visibility right now. I'm no joy with the ground. Oh, scanner reveals high terrain in the distance. Oh, pull up, pull up. Okay, hold on. This appears to be a high point. Let's try to settle down here and get our bearings. Nope. Okay. Perhaps it's a little further off in the distance. Having trouble visualizing where the next peak is. Okay, the storm is clearing. Just in time, possibly to set down and land and get a viewpoint here. Okay. This looks like the high peak we saw in the distance. Oh, so it's an orange, a red sort of sky, red sands. Orange atmosphere. It looked teal almost at first. Could have been light refraction. Choking sandstorms. Oh my. How fun. And even with the storm clearing, it is still just... tremendously hot. You can't even hardly see the... background. Whoa! Hopefully that's not a predator. Goodness. Oh, it is. It's a meat eater. No, stay back. Well, they weren't kidding about these sandstorms. This is clear. This is considered clear weather for this planet. Wow. Very extreme. Bright red sand. The orange sky absolutely makes it feel hot, just like the other planet in this system, or in the other system. Alright, let's go ahead and do some analysis. The Meroadmi, discovered amidst the grit and dust of planet Ruhenli 9. Unusual adrenal glands allow this creature to metabolize steroid hormones more efficiently, reducing impact on cognition and resulting in an exceptionally calm killer. Exclusively carnivores, they feast upon the flesh of other creatures. None are spared from their jaws. I love it when it says stuff like that, because of course we were spared from their jaws. Okay, it looks like the dust settled up a little bit. Maybe if we can get down here so we can include the sun a little bit. Maybe it's... there's just not... It's going to be hard to get a really good image of this location. Let's start scanning minerals and flora. Gravitational bonds formed from sublimation. Sublimation? Fidgety with valuable blood. Oh, its tail is trapped in a landslide. A poor thing. Eats rotting fruit. So, sublimation is the process by which a nutrient source, carbon absorption. Must be carbon from the dust in the air. So sublimation, for those that don't know, there's your picture, is the process of a solid turning into a gas without any intermediary state transition. So it does not actually melt into a liquid and then evaporate. It transitions straight from solid to gas, which to me is odd that is how this mineral forms. So if I had to guess, I would say that means the process is external maintenance without roots. That would mean the process is that this stone was created with some form of larger mineral structure, and then some of those minerals were unstable in this atmosphere with all the particulate. Builds large nests. And then that unstable coating sublimated off and left behind this core. Just a working theory, though. We're going to continue to scan some life forms. Nutrient source, atmospheric moisture. Is there moisture in this atmosphere? If there is, I wonder if those plants are siphoning it out. Whoa. Megafauna. 12 o'clock. Skull full of holes, peaceful. We have a smaller fauna here. Highly observant, eats plant roots. Hybrid species. Oh, it looks like a hybrid species. Hold on. Let's take a good look at this megafauna for reference. No, don't run. I promise I'm not... Oh, they travel together in pairs. It's a family. Oh, it's slipping in the sand. It's too bad. All right. Oh, they're very skittish. They're not used to visitors on this planet for sure. Let's see what this mineral says. Also formed by sublimation. So there's obviously some form of mineral that's unstable in this atmosphere. Geological energy. Oh, of course. So if this planet is geologically active, then that's what we're getting, this choking dust in the air. The atmosphere is obviously too narrow to support any sort of greenhouse effect, or it's too thin, rather, and that's why we get these incredibly stark differences between day and night. Temperature fluctuation. This is an interesting rock formation. Formed by gas bubbles out of pure ferrite. Yeah, gas bubbles in the geological activity. So obviously the magma gas bubbled up and then cooled. I wonder if this planet used to be volcanically active and is in the process of cooling. If that's the case, it could be on its way transitioning from desert to something more fertile. In fact, that might explain why some of these flora are now finding moisture in the air, because the planet is cooling. Fluctuating asymmetric vestigial udders? Oh my. Let's see what this... Look at this rock formation's got sort of flora growing out of it. Conductive, spontaneous formation. Makes sense. Spontaneous formation, again, comes from some geologically active site. Mineral-rich soil. And then the flora starts to grow out of it. Because look, these are the ones here that are pulling moisture out of the air. And just like that, the cold night is replaced by another blistering sandstorm. Oh, it's getting so hot, too. So obviously this particulate in the air is trapping heat within it somehow. I don't see a real reason to stay here. It's a neat planet. Let's just do a low flyby and we'll see if we can see any sort of storm crystals lighting up, but I don't see any. I think the extreme nature of this planet is only through the storms, and it's actually not as extreme as it could be. So there are about 2 levels of extreme planets, one of which is only extreme during a storm, and then the other is extreme without a storm, and then the storms are even more extreme. So it's like extreme, basically extreme and then extreme times 2. And the storm, while you can get activated metals in the first type, you can only get, or in both types, you can only get storm crystals in the second type. Alright, that looks like a good enough place to summon the Sword of Justice. Let's go ahead and land, and let's warp to a new system. I'm ready to see places undiscovered. I thought about checking out the other planet, but it just didn't call to me. This system is interesting, but I'm over it already. I'm ready to see the next one. I have the Traveler's Wanderlust, if you will. I must go. This system is no longer uncharted. No! No! Okay. So we've been hunting down these yellow stars sort of out in the middle of nowhere by themselves. But maybe what we need is a star kind of in a hot spot of other stars. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planets and a moon with water. Okay, let's do it. Look at that nebula coloring. I accept these terms. Let's go, let's go. It's exciting. So a purple night sky, look how it tints everything this like this lavender sort of color. You know, I'm not sure if I swung by the space station in the last system, so perhaps we'll do that first in this one. Hexagonal planet with aggressive sentinels. Well, let's do a planetary. If I do a planetary scan, I'm just gonna get pulled in. No. Let's stay on task. Stay on task. Frank says, let's go to the space station. We'll get our missions. We'll check for Minotaur engine upgrades. See if there's anything we need to buy potentially. Let's see, what are we short on? Pure ferrite, magnetized ferrite. Carbon, all that stuff seems, I don't know, unnecessary, I suppose. Look at this. Oh, we did get an engine upgrade. That's okay, then we only need one more. See how that works? I don't think there's any other kind of upgrade you can get for the Minotaur. No, our laser is fully upgraded. Oh, that's what I was trying to check. Dihydrogen is low, and tritium is getting low. Let's keep our eye out for dihydrogen jelly. That's sort of a big deal. We need to try to secure... Ooh, this is a low economy. I see. Well, there's not much we can do about that. No, I'm trying to... Hold on. But first, let me take a selfie. There's no way to frame it. There we go. I think that breaks some rules about photography with the framing of people, but no, we're not here to talk to aliens. I suppose that's a thing we could do. We don't do that often, but in the end, I just want to get to see the sights. Oh, what have I done? Oh, careful. That was a little crazy. All right. Let's see what sort of guild missions are here. 5 monstrosities. Nope. Sentinel quad. Oh, yeah. I'll take that. Another Sentinel quad. 2 for 1. A Predator. Yeah, that's going to happen. Alright. Sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some nanites here. Nope, units, that's quite alright. The sanctity of nature is to kill predator creatures. What about the food chain? How is that the sanctity of nature? It's to kill this undiscovered fauna. Oh yeah. Large planet right nearby. A dusty desert planet. Hold on, because that is quite an amazing shot, if we can get... No, I think this is the better shot to include the star. It's a pretty good one. What is this planet, though? Temperate planet. Looks like it might be blue water. Well, that's a strong contender. What have we here? A humid planet. Ooh. Looks like red grass. Oh, what is this? A rainy planet. Oh, ice and Tam. Be still my heart. And with an icy moon. Nice. Is that all 5? I think that's all 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 with a moon and 5. Yep. Okay, well, this one... You know what? Let's go see what this one's all about. We'll cut around to the other side of the Terminator so we can get an actual look at the colors of this planet before making a final decision. Because on the night side, everything looks blue and sort of green. Especially with the purple nebula, it's difficult to tell. And the atmosphere color looks like it might also be lavender. Oh my, oh my. Don't forget to stop and smell the roses. Okay. Let's make landfall and prep for planetary analysis. Ooh, already we can see all kinds of beaches. Look at all these beaches. Okay, got some rocky mountains. Some craggy peaks. Oh yeah. Not super steep. Oh, and look at these pine tree sort of forests. Are these conifers? No. No, they're deciduous. They're just interesting. Oh, and these rock formations with this beautiful teal water. Boy, this is fun. Let's assess the weather. Let's land and get our planetary scans. We'll pick up here at this mountaintop for a good vantage point. Look, the ring is just a little sliver through the... Or no, that's not the ring. Some sort of atmospheric phenomenon. Boiling puddles. Okay, so there is some weather here. Oh, yeah. That's your photo op right there. The trees don't appear to grow in large forests, at least not in this section. Maybe if we went further inland we would see forests. That looks pretty dense. Yeah, dense-ish, sure. Alright, well, let's begin our scans. Oh, these are not even a... Oh, no, there we go. Wind erosion. Really? Well, that would imply some very peculiar wind patterns. If those rocks are formed by wind erosion. Heat recycling nutrient source. Oh, sure, with the boiling puddle rainstorms. Parasitic leaves. Autotrophic? Alright, so we just pulled up our galactic PDA and learned something new. So an autotrophic organism, or an organism known as an autotroph, actually takes inorganic chemicals or molecules and assembles them into its own food source, such as taking oxygen and ammonia and creating an organic food out of it. Oh, goop. Gotta process my own goop, don't forget. Look at all those viscous fluids there. Gosh, do we even have more than... Oh, we do. So it'll be a full stack by the time we're done. That's fun. Ooh, did I get my goodies out of here? Nanites? Oh my gosh, leave me be. Don't make this a day that we have issues. If we have to go, we'll go. I'm not going to be harassed by robots. Builds nip-nip buds. Eats nip-nip buds, builds large nests. Okay. Look at these. They look like more seabed type rocks. Coalescence. Coalescence. Interesting formation type. Another autotrophic plant with parasitic leaves. I don't know what to make of that. Oh, here we go. Whoa. Seeks company. Yeah, with that kind of posture, I guess you're seeking company. What the heck? And it's got like some kind of growths on it? Curiouser. Oh, here we go. Symmetrical, digs for tubers. I'll read that. Meroodrio was discovered in the verdant landscapes of planet Eotiste. Brain scans are unable to capture the true essence of their simple happiness. Nocturnal tunnelers, they dig out elaborate tunnels in pursuit of nutritious tubers. They sense the atlas. Huh. Okay, alright. Alright, let's bring the Azure Spark into play. I would like to get a little bit of distance here away from the coast. Well, what looked like a lot of ocean here off the coast is really just a shallow inland sea with a lot of little islands. Okay, no, there are some deeper sections. It's not too awful deep. Grass is fairly short. Ooh. A little bit of an underwater cave. Oh, no, 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 no. I told you not to make this a thing. There we go. That's a pretty good section of ocean. All right, let's get our scans going. Nope, no crashed freighter. So we'll go a little bit and we'll do some oceanic scans. The water's fairly clear. General shell formation. That implies there's not too much carbon dioxide in the water. Grass growth is good. The colors give us an indication of algae bloom. There we go. There's our unique ocean creature. Hold on. We've got to do it. We've got to catalog these now. Wow. That's an interesting one. Can we get it with a better backdrop? No, this is as good as it gets. Okay. Alright, let's, oof, it's overblown as well. Bindymia was first encountered swimming in the milkworm seas of planet Eotiste. Their lives are short, and these saltwater fish spend their days in a desperate swim to find a willing mate. Scavengers, they feed upon the soft downward drift of plankton, feasting upon the dying remains of tiny organisms, excessive gut bacteria. With short lives, you would expect a creature that complex to not have such a short lifespan. That's quite peculiar. This is a different kind? A parallel species. Oh, it is. Hold on. Xeromulumima was first encountered swimming in the milk-warm seas of planet Etos DI. Their lives are short. These saltwater, it's the same. So they're a parallel species, but evolutionarily they're very similar in appearance and in their traits. So that's a type of plant. Carnivorous roots. Let's scan more of the underwater flora here. Nutrient source, other plants. Huh. So above the water line, the flora seems to mostly feed off of inorganic materials that they then assemble into food, but under the water, the ecosystem is a lot more barbaric, with the mammals living short lives, or mammalian-looking water creatures living short lives, and the plants themselves feasting on other plants. No ships noticed in the scan. Let's call the Nightmare in space and let's get out to deeper water. I would very much like to find a crashed freighter if we can. We have yet to get our daily dose of salvage in. Alright. Let's punch out of the atmosphere and get a look at... Yes! Look at the size of that ocean. Oh my. Onward to the center of it. That scan was a little premature, difficult to ascertain depth. Hold on. We've got a little island spot here that we can stop at. Yep, very small, very low. Just a little piece of coral kind of sticking out of the ground. Scans indicate it's relatively shallow. All the way across. Again, dealing with boiling storms, but we've yet to see one. Could be that this water is in an evaporation phase. Hold on, we have some airborne fauna. Looks like a type of bat. Alright, let's get our scan on. Ah, sunken wreck detected. Three minutes. I can accept these terms. Let's check out the depths. Maybe we'll find some... Ooh, yes. Now that is a bit of a crater. Okay, so there is some depth to this ocean. It's not too bad. Oh, and the terrain varies greatly. So you would think with long-term sort of erosion and wearing down of the terrain features that the elevation would be smoother. So that kind of lends to the fact that these land formations are more recent. Could be shifting tectonic plates. They appear to be pretty steep, going up and down rather drastically. Could also be craters hitting bedrock, which could be what's heated up the planet and sent all the moisture into the atmosphere. But there's so much life. Then again, if the current flora is autotrophic, that could be an evolutionarily ingrained survival mechanism from having to exist in a planet that would have had nuclear winter type environment after a large meteor or meteor shower. But yet with oceans this big, it's quite possible the planet was an entire ocean planet. Oh, that almost makes sense. If the planet was mostly ocean before the meteors hit, that would explain why the ecology is so different between on land and in the sea. It also would explain the absence of large predators in the ocean, and instead creatures with oddly short life cycles that are just trying to mate during their very short life. Alright, let's get our frigate upgrade modules on. I believe in us. I didn't even look what that took to repair. Starship launch fuel, yes! Let's see how much of that we can get. I'm going to start working for that as well. I want to stockpile launch fuel. Just all over the place. Wait. What is this? Oh. It's like I know that cargo pod was not floating. It just seemed like it was. Oh, magnetized ferrite of 5? Not so shabby at all. Cryo pump. Ooh. It's not bad, not bad. Another cryo pump. Okay. Money in the bank, as they call it. I promise at some point we're going to make our money. We're going to spend all of our manufactured magic pieces and make some real money. Just have to get our exploration fix out of the way. I've been dying to spend some time searching new planets. Unstable gel. After all, we are a traveler at heart, and that is our primary mission, is planetary analysis, so... Looking for freighters to salvage is just a side hobby. It's our side gig. Aha! Unstable gel. Wow, a lot of money to be made on this trip. Okay. I think that's it. I think we've cleaned this place out. Not too shabby. Bunch of money and launch fuel. I can handle it. Alright, well at this rate, the sun has set, and we're going to find a nearby island to call the Nightmare in Space 2. Oof, if there is one. Goodness. Alright, well let's get the Azure Spark, maybe to... Can we not even call it on the surface of the water? Ooh. Ooh, hold on. I have a thought. Oh yeah, look at this. Perfect landing spot, right? Boom. Where there is a will, there is a way. Oh yeah, we can totally land on this. Right? I think we can. No, okay, so the ship doesn't want to land there. That's alright. I don't blame it. That's a living ship. It has a mind of its own. And it says, no, that's not my cup of tea. No, we have our island right over here. We'll just coast right over to it and prep to leave the planet and see where we go from there. But that will be in the next episode, you guessed it. Until next time, take care.